Welcome back, guys. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a good day. I'm on the island here today, and I am going to be showing you how you can set up your very own INI files. If you ever thought you wanted to have an INI, possibly for PvE, can help your frame rate and things like that. If you're having a little difficult time, with your computer running Arc, that can help. But more so, especially for PvP servers, the INI can really help in PvP. Now, I'm going to leave it in the description of this video. I have where you can download the files that I use, and really I made it really easily customizable for you to easily do whatever you want. So if you just want certain aspects of it, a light INI, or if you want it really heavy. Now I will say, do so at your own risk. It's up to you. Now some clusters might not want you to have INI, might not allow it. But or at least on official clusters, pretty much PvP, most players have it. Most good players have it on official. So if you wanted, like I said, I'll show you. You can make it so to where if you want a really super hard INI, where you can't even see the beams from these drops. All you can see is the actual drop. But if you want it really hard, you won't even see that beam of light. You won't see no leaves, no bushes, nothing like that. But I like it like this because I like to be able to see, I like it to look appealing. Yeah, take away a lot of this takes away the small clutter, a lot of the small clutter as well as, total clarity underwater, which I really like. So, that's really helpful too. Now, obviously, night here in the island, you can still gamma, as you can see. My settings here, I have it so you still need to use gamma, but you know, if you take different settings that I'll show you, you won't have to do that. So it's pretty simple, really easy to set up your own INI files, super easy, and I'm going to show you how to do all that just ahead here. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how to actually to put the INI file into your game. So what you want to do on your home screen, whatever, go into your Steam. This is for Steam. Other platforms, I'm not sure if you could do it. How I do it on Steam. So you open Steam, and you want to find your game wherever you find Arc, your game right here, and you'll just right click on it, go to Properties, and then you want to go to Local Files, and you want to Browse. Okay, and you'll open this up, and you'll go here, Engine, and you go Config, and then these will be your files for the game. Now the one we're looking at for this will be console variables right here. It should be just very similar to this when you do it. Just like I did it there, you'll do it. So that's how you do it. You click on the console variables. Now this is the INI file right here. So this is mine that I use right now. It's just it's just a text document. That's all it is. There's nothing to it. It's very simple. I mean, there's a lot of it's actually the code for the game, but there's nothing to it. It's just a bunch of words. You can type them, do what you want with them. So anyway, that's all it is. So this is it. Now, how you'll put it in there is very simple. So what you want to do, yours will say different. It won't be this long. So what you can do, like when you start, is if you just basically highlight the whole thing and copy and paste or whatever, or even right here, if you just, you can just simply create a shortcut like I've done here, original INI. So that's your original files, but you don't actually need the original files um, because if the game doesn't have any file here, it will just automatically go with the vanilla files, the regular ARC file. So literally, when you open this is my INI file. But if you got nothing here, like you could erase all of this, delete it all, have no words here, save it, close it, whatever. Click on this and it'd be empty here. But that doesn't matter. The game will just resort. It just goes back to the original files. Even if nothing's there, it will have the original. It will be like normal vanilla ARC with everything there like normal. So you don't have to really worry ever about losing it. You will go in your. Let's just close this down for now. I don't want to save that. So you go in your files. Now, once you've downloaded, just close this. Once you've downloaded the link from my description in this video. You download that. You find it in here. Now it'll be in your recent files. You'll be able to file whatever you'll be able to find it whatever you saved it as. So it should come in as customizable INI, which this should be it right here. Now if you open this, all this is the same thing. Okay, this is it. Okay, this is the customizable one you want down. So that when you download it from that link, you'll have this. Now, to put this into your arc, what you'll do, you put this, if I can get this lined up right, put that there, and then just go back in arc and just do like I said. Right click, properties, local files. You might be on general when you come. Go local files, browse, and then right here, engine, config, and console variables. Now all you're going to do at this point is, now there's different ways to do it. This is how I like to do it. It's just simple. Just you want to just delete all this. So whatever's in there, whatever you have, you click on that. You could just delete it. Boom, right there. Okay. I'm not going to do it because this is set up how I like it. All you do, so you'll delete that. Nothing will be here. You can just have this here. You can have the customizer one. Okay, so this will be empty. This is your game one. This is the one that you'll download from this video. So then all you do, you could highlight all this, just simply like I just did. Highlight it all, whole thing, everything, and then right click, copy, boom, right click over here, paste. Very easy. So you just move this into this. Now you have to move it into this. That's the easiest way to do it because if the name of this changes at all, it won't work. So right here, as you see, in your configs and our console variables, it has to be called that. If it's called anything else, like if you put console variables 1 or anything else, the game Arc will just put the vanilla. It won't put your new settings. So you have to just leave that called that, just copy and paste it into there. As soon as you do that, when you copy and paste into here, you'll have words in here like this. You just have to save it. So when you X out like this, you go to hit, after you copy and paste it into here, hit X, and it'll ask you if you want to save. Hit yes. And that's it. That is it. Then every time you start up the game, it will have those variables in there, how you put them. Now, you do have to have Arc shut down. So you can't do this when the game is running. So Arc cannot be running, or it won't mess anything up. It won't switch over to the changes you made. So shut it off. Every change you make has to be off when you do it. Okay, now I'm going to run over these real quick with you again. So if we open this back up, I'm just going to show you some of these things. Then I'm going to show you how it looks on the game. Now, so if you put a semicolon in front of a line, it makes it cancels the line out. So you can leave the line here, and then just the semicolon will just stop it. So for example, if you want to remove all the leaves and bushes, so I put this so you can understand it. That's what it does. This is also what it does. Just to kind of tell you, it'll remove like more than that. Some of the rocks, some mesh, some crystals. So you'll remove like a lot of stuff. This will, if you do this. So right now it's removing that. Okay. If you put a semicolon right here and then save it, that won't happen. So this will be gone. Okay. So if you don't want to do that, you want to see the bushes, you put that and that takes that away. So that's gone, and just save it. So you do this, like copy all this, like I just showed you, copy this whole thing into your Arc console variables, and then before you save it, you set this up how you want in there. So you can, and then you can set it, and you can come back, open your console variables up on Arc like I showed you, and change it every time. Shut the game down. Okay, well I want to change this or that. Let me change it and then start Arc up and see how it looks. Okay, so that'll remove the leaves. This one, similar, this will remove a lot of things. Smoke, from smoke grenade. This will remove a lot of things that you maybe don't want. Helps you see a lot better. If you don't want the water surface, you do this. Now that takes a lot of things away. That's like, it makes it really hard. Like I said, this along with the trees and leaves, if you want that all gone. But this is kind of interesting. I'll show you that, but you can't even see where the top of the water is. So, but it takes a lot out. But it's if you want that, that's what you can do. If you want to get rid of the fog completely,
Once again, that takes a bunch of other things out with it. A lot of things in these INI files are connected, so sadly you can't quite get the perfect INI, or at least as far as I know, you can't get it just perfect. Now, if you do these other things, so like I said, things are connected. So like this, if you want clear water vision, like so it's totally clear underwater, uh, you want that. Usually I like that. So, and also you won't be affected by plant species Z. The beer won't blur your vision. So that's good, but if you do that, it messes up like these things. The tech railgun, the tech helmet. You can't see through the stuff with a tech railgun. The tech helmet doesn't work. You can wear it, but you can't use the vision. Snow owl, bloodsucker vision doesn't work. So you can't, you can ride a snow owl, but you can't see their visions. It doesn't work. So, you kind of got to choose what you want to have there. It's like connected. So just to warn you on that. So if you don't want that, these two, you would, shut these off either way. Put a semicolon in front of them. That's all you gotta do and save it. Now this one, black nosy snow, if you have this one is kind of an interesting one. If you have these 4 items on, um, it'll make like certain caves and stuff really bright. Like for example, a lava golem cave or Ragnarok will be completely bright and easy to see in there, really good. But like if you go to Crystal Isles, like half of the map will be white, just the ground, the floating islands, all that. They'll be like really bright white, and you can't really see. So it's kind of weird. Different maps are a little different, so you might shut this off if you're playing Crystal Isles a lot. But you have to try it out and see what you like. Also, like I said, it's snow, so like if you have this on, um, you can see in caves good, but the snow will be kind of weird looking. You'll see what I mean if you try it. So, and then the rest of these down here mostly just do different things to help improve overall. There's a lot of things. Really, these you don't have to fool with. If you want to go line by line, like I said, you can put a semicolon in front of each one, shut one off, see what it does, see if you notice a difference. Really, they're just things that it just helps the game run a little better, a little smoother, just overall. Uh, so, you don't really have to do much with many of these. Like I said, unless you want to try them, you can certainly go ahead and shut different ones on and off, and so that's it. But these are all the main ones. If you put all of these on, you'll have a super hard ionite. If you take some off, you could just do the ones you want. Really, if you turn all these upper ones off, like all this stuff off, you'll just have a really soft ionite. All those bottom things are not super noticeable. So it's pretty much whatever you want to do with it. Now, I'm going to go show you some of these things, kind of how I run mine, so you can see kind of how this works.
Alright guys, so I'm just going to kind of show you here. This is my settings, so I have them set up. So as you can see, I like to have the leaves and the bushes. Now not like, just the basic bushes, nothing else. But the tree leaves, you know, basic bushes, I like to have that. If you, like I said, if you do those settings, you can make it so there's nothing there but just the actual stick of a tree, like super hard. And then, certainly it's a lot easier to see. Of course, it does look kind of ugly, but so however you like to play. Now, if you make it really hard, where you like make all the leaves and trees gone, it will take away some things that you might need to see. If you're going to farm with that, that's really bad because some of the rocks go away, like silica pearls. You can't see them at all, like on the ground. So if you're farming, if you have it super hard set INI, that's not good. But for finding people and finding bases, whatever, that can be good. So as my settings here, this is how I have it. So the game still looks, quite pleasing. I have it fixed so you can see the text storage numbers. Like if you have that one setting, it'll take some of the fog away, which is nice. But then like water fog and stuff like that. But then you won't be able to see the text, the numbers. You'll see the item in that little picture, but you won't see the number. So whatever you want. If you don't mind not seeing the number, if you don't use text storages, it's up to you. Another thing is my settings here, and this is all in there, is if I take plant Z, so if somebody tries to plant Z me, as you can see, I'm blinded, but it doesn't affect my vision at all. So this, you know, this is good for that. If you're PvPing, this is really good. So you don't have to worry about being blinded by plant Z. But that being said, like the tech railgun, as you can see, you don't have, it's, your x-ray vision is not there, so it won't work. I mean, you can shoot, but you can't, your x-ray vision is no good. Um, so yeah, that's the trade-off. Also with this, the way I have this is the Bloodstalker vision, and the Snow Owl, their vision, Snow Owl vision, the Bloodstalker, that can be really helpful. So if you want that, you have to change it. But to since I don't have the Bloodstalker vision, um, as you can see, I like to see the surface of the water. So, but I like it when I go underwater, it's completely clear, as you can see. So that's how I like to have, makes it very nice for seeing underwater. So, you know, that's that's how I like it. But like I said, if you do take that one away, you could take the surface of the water away, then you could see it's like this. You can see down to the bottom like this, even from above, like here. But then it is really hard to tell when you're going to dip into the water. If you're flying over or something, it's kind of crazy because you can't tell at all if water's even here at the surface. So you can go in and out of it. You can't tell. That's kind of, I don't like that. I like to see where the top of the water is. So yeah, that's my settings. Also, as you can see with this, some of the rocks, or a lot of the rocks, actually, from a little further away, they are black, but I don't mind that. They get, they render it just fine when you get, close enough at all. But yeah, so this is it. Now, as I said, I go with my settings here. Um, I can go to Crystal Isles and it all renders in fine. But like I said, if you go in, this is the the lava golem cave. If you go in something like this with the way I have settings here, it will get really dark, just like normally. So, you know, it's your trade-off. If you want that, you can brighten this up really nice. But then, you go to Crystal Isles, you can't see a thing, or you can see, but it's just all bright white, so it's kind of kind of no good. So anyway, that's pretty much how that works. And let me just show you a couple of the variables now to demonstrate, you know, kind of how that. Also, as you can see, I have a tech helmet on, and if I try to toggle my tech helmet, it doesn't do anything in this setting. So tech helmet does, if you want to use that this way, you can turn that off. I listed that as one of the variables in there. So. That's pretty much. Also in this thing, a beer. If you drink a beer, it won't blind your vision at all, like I have it here. So let me show you a few of the other variables.
As you saw, I went into the lava golem cave and it was very dark. Okay, so if you're going to do the lava golem or other things like that, some other caves, some other things, it takes a lot of the, this will take a lot of the darkness out, which is really nice, but it kind of ruins some other things like Crystal Isle. So, it's up to you to depend. Some things are connected like that, and you can't really separate certain things like that. So here I am where I just was. Creator mode. Okay, so we're good. All good here. Now here's the cave again. Let's just run in here real quick. And as you can see now, I can go through this entire cave and like daylight. So, as you can see, remember it was really dark before, like it would normally be dark, quite dark, but with this on, you can just roll all the way through it. So it will never be dark at all. It will never be dark. But, so that works really good for this. So it depends what you want to do, what maps you play on. You could also just change it, according to what you're doing. If you want to do like that, you got to shut the game off though. Um, so that'll change that like I showed you. Now everything else will still be the same, and you still see under the water, all that good stuff. So yeah, everything else is the same. But so that's that. Let me show you now really quickly what it does though. Why I don't leave it like this usually. I'm going to show you what it does on Crystal Isles. Okay, so as you can see, here we are in Crystal Isles. Everything looks nice, but no, it doesn't, because look, it makes like half of the map this crazy, goofy looking whitish, and some things are really bright red. Like a lot of floating islands, this crazy bright pixelated look. There's really no way to separate that I can find. I'm not going to show you all the variables because, you could it'd take a long time to go back and forth, do the things you like, things you don't like. It's really up to you, and I got it all listed there for you. That's the beauty of this INI here. I kind of set it up so it's easily customizable. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this has helped you out. Like I said, do so at your own risk. Because some servers, some clusters might not allow any ionize, and so it's up to you. But usually it'll be fine, and it does make the game a lot nicer, especially for PvP and things like that. So I hope this helped you out, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time.